You know how it is. You read a book by Abraham Hicks and suddenly you decide, I've got to make a vision board to utilize the law of attraction in my life. Next thing you know, you're sitting on the floor surrounded by magazines and you're clipping out photos of gurgling perfect babies, beautiful pictures of couples with sparkling white teeth, well-appointed homes overlooking the ocean, and women doing Cirque du Soleil-worthy yoga poses and meditating in peaceful calm and tranquility. You then look at this collage, which would be the envy of any preteen girl decorating her bedroom, and you feel, well, a little doubtful that all of this is possible. Women's magazines, self-help books, and our encouraging friends tell us we can have it all. But for many, like myself, the idea of having it all just kind of makes me want to take a nap. So what is a savvy, modern woman to do in the face of this promise that honestly feels a little discordant? In today's episode of Financial Freedom Friday, we're taking a slight departure from dollars and cents. Though don't worry, this totally applies to your money as well. I'm going to give you the hidden secret to having it all. Are you ready? I'm about to tell you the secret to having it all, but first I want to tell you a really quick story. Imagine this. You are a successful woman. You checked off all the boxes, you went to a great college, you were a straight A student, you were in a sorority, you had tons of friends, your hair was always perfectly blown out. You met a very handsome guy, you went on to grad school together, you got married, you had a baby, you have a successful professional career, you have an office with your name emblazoned on the door, and yet sometimes you wake up in the morning and you think to yourself, is this it? I've heard this same story, different versions of it, time and time again. You check off all the boxes, and when you've reached the end of that list, you still feel kind of empty. It turns out that having it all is not a guarantee to happiness. Here's the secret. Nobody wants it all. We just want what we want. And you can absolutely have just what you want. Here's how. So how do you figure out what you want, especially in the face of friends and family and media messages, and you getting confused about what you want versus what you should have versus what other people want for you? It's simple. Number one, start noticing when you feel your best. Write them down in a little journal that you keep in your purse, put them in your smartphone, send yourself an email message, whatever it is. And when you make that note several times a day when you're feeling your best, write down who you were with, what you were doing, and especially how you felt and what circumstances brought on that feeling. Guess what? When you put your attention on noticing the times when you feel your best, more times and more opportunities to feel your best will arise. It's a simple, awesome application of the law of attraction. Step number two, after about a month of noticing daily what times you feel your best, take out all your notes and write down and notice what do they all have in common. Step number three, make a list of the things that all your feeling your best moments had in common. They might be community, beauty, feeling challenged, creativity. Anything goes, just write down what all those moments have in common. If you like this particular exercise, you can dive deeper into it in a previous Financial Freedom Friday video that I did where I taught you how to identify your values. There's a link below this video to check that one out. This list that you'll compile is a great place to start for answering the question, what do I want? It's going to be personal, it's going to be beautiful, and it's going to be uniquely and gorgeously you. When we pursue having it all, we end up feeling empty. But when we pursue having what we want, we fill ourselves right back up. Another great resource for checking out more about how you want to feel and what you want in your life is the Desire Map by my friend Danielle Laporte. You can find out more about that at katenorthrup.com/shop. Here's what Danielle has to say about goals and checking off the boxes. She says you're not actually chasing a goal, You're chasing the promise of how you think that goal is going to help you feel. So if you go through that exercise I just gave you, you're going to get pretty clear on what makes you feel a certain way. And then instead of organizing your life around checking off the boxes of baby, husband, beautiful home, you can focus all your attention on the feeling. So here's the good news. You officially have permission to stop trying to have it all. Instead, simply answer the question, what do I want? Give yourself time to answer, give yourself permission to change your mind as often as you want, and then just get out and manifest it. Clarifying what you really want and cutting out the static of what you think you should have creates true and ultimate freedom. Remember, you don't really want it all. None of us does. But you do want what you want, and you can have it. If you liked this video, hit like below, subscribe to this channel so you never miss another episode of Financial Freedom Friday, and share it with your friends who might also feel a little overwhelmed with the promise of having it all. And remember to head over to katenorthrup.com and subscribe so you can take my free Money Love quiz to find out what your relationship with money says about you, and so that you can get an episode of Financial Freedom Friday in your inbox every single morning. See you next Friday.